See, folks on the internet have been wondering what Leon's been up to.
Oh man, not a damn thing.
What is not a damn thing?
So we figured we'd make an episode about, well, everything that's happened since the last time we made an episode. And normally that would just be another episode, but...
I made one pipe.
Woo!
Oh wait, I almost made a pipe. I didn't finish welding it yet.
Yeah.
There's that.
Snuck in, trying to get a quick episode in. Oh wow. That's quite the bend, you're right.
Yeah, it's a little more than I wanted to do, and it's a little tight here, but hey, you know. It's, the motor is solid mounted. That's gonna be solid mounted. Everything else is solid mounted, you know, so. I got my air temp sensor, gonna go there, and I got my little line that's gonna come around and stick there, except upside down. Oh, you like that piece? It took longer than it should have to make that. So, I was so close. I tried to get another one of these from Sticky, but he only had one, and he said I was pushing my luck as it was, because I borrowed it. I borrowed this from him, I borrowed the air temp bung, and, you know.
Borrowed.
Now I have to...
You sold your soul.
Yeah, I sold my soul to the devil.
No, not the beast! Not the beast!
That's okay. Anyways, sniper intake is actually bolted on. Engine is in, but I need to change the bolts because there's LS head bolts I'm using as the for the motor mount, so I gotta take those out and put regular bolts in. Pretty much the whole harness is on, except for the O2, because I don't have a downpipe yet, and I have to figure out how to hide that. And I got to connect the knock sensors. But other than that, yeah, it's out here is almost all the way done.
Yeah, so what you see is basically all you need. I mean, obviously some spark plug wires, but it is so clean on this install. Like, I think it's one of the nicest ones you've done. I know you hit a lot by going through the firewall.
Yeah, I stuck it right in the center of where the intake is. I still got to get the grommet for it. But.
I'm actually surprised the camera did that.
Did it actually? I could see it.
Yep.
So we put Hydro Boost on this thing. It's not done yet. I drilled the holes and it fits on the inside. I just have to cut it and put the end, the original end from the 55 on it so we can adjust it. And then from what I've seen when I helped Brandon with his, these are standard thread. They're not metric like I thought, so I should be able to just step it down and make some lines.
Yeah.
Later down the road, I could possibly just change this whole piece out and make it smaller, because this whole setup, the Hydro Boost, the pump, and everything is from a 2500. We had it, so I just figured that's what we use.
Leon was telling me he's going to solid mount the intercooler to the radiator, and the radiator to the core support. So all of it as one unit would come out if it needed to be worked on, replaced, updated, whatever it is.
Well, usually the radiator and intercooler and all that don't go anywhere. Nothing usually happens to it, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and there's a little bit of play with this. Ain't that cool? Except for that is taped on. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Future stuff with this is the 4-link. So it's not low enough, apparently. And in order to go lower, the floor has to come out of it, at least in one spot.
Yeah, the bar that goes across is a little bit too low, and so I'm going to raise that up and move the arms up, but then they'll be in the floor, so we have to build like a false floor in the back. That's about it, really. I mean, not doing too much besides getting it running and driving. I still need a drive shaft, a transmission mount. I have a ratchet strap holding the transmission up right now, but it's solid mounted, so like literally you could take it off. It's just a lot of stress on those mounts. So
Yeah.
leave it there.
Yeah, that's the 55. Should we show the people your new daily?
Oh man, this piece of crap. Sure. We picked this up in the middle of Florida. I don't remember where. It was like a little bit west of Palatka, and needed a transmission, so we put a transmission in it, and then we got it legal, and it immediately let me down. Starter went out, and then after the starter, then I pretty much replaced everything in the front end, and now it drives, so that's good.
Oh, it's got ice cold AC.
It does, and the heat works too.
Wow. Now that we're coming into the winter months,
Ooh.
shit, it was like 60 degrees this morning.
It was like 50 yesterday.
Woo.
It was pretty nice, I ain't gonna lie.
Otherwise, just your typical Nissan hardbody.
This backup light works. It's a backup light.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put it in reverse, that thing is bright.
Huh.
I'm not gonna lie.
There was some potential swap options for this, but for now it is literally just a daily driver because
Yeah.
he's going from getting 12 miles per gallon.
To like 15, so we're doing good.
You're right.
I don't know what it is, but it's not great. It costs what? $10 to go 20
Yeah,
miles.
it's not great, but it's twice as good
Yes.
as the white truck.
So the GMC though, we had got it finished, and then immediately broke it.
We can actually show them
Oh
too.
no, I gotta show them the other thing too. So I was driving it. Oh wait, let's back up. So we got it tuned. Yes. So I ended up getting it tuned, and it was having a little issue between like shifting. It kind of like, it felt like it was like defueling or something. Anyways, whatever, who cares, right? That's only if you stomp it to the floor, which we apparently do all the time.
Right.
So I ended up, I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, this tank that leaks everywhere doesn't have a vent. So I ended up putting this vent on it, and I think it kind of cleared up some of that issue. I think the other part of the issue is I think it isn't shifting when it's supposed to, because it's going up. My other truck shifts at 3,000 if you stomp it. This one's going to 35, and the RPMs kind of like drop back down before it shifts and then goes again. So I don't know. That's an issue for a later day. So I was going down the road back and forth, just testing it out the other day, and I blew coolant. It was a cap on it. Anyway, so there's a cap that I blocked off back here, and the zip ties are still on it because I ended up so it let go and lost 1.5 gallons of coolant like that. So literally it sprayed, and like it started coming in like, I don't know, through those holes or whatever in the floor. But it literally was like from here back was just soaked and like. So I was in the middle of doing a pull, and all of a sudden pop, and then a whole bunch of smoke, and I was like, well, that ain't good. So I like putted it back. Good thing I was like right down the road, but yep. So I fixed that, put actual coolant in it, which was nice. I'm sure I'd enjoyed that. This is the only thing I own that I think that has actual coolant in it. And
That's how you know he cares.
yeah, so I was like, wow, this thing's running great, after I fixed that. And so I decided to put the trailer on it and go for a little ride. And then that's when I killed and murdered my drive shaft. Moment of silence. Anyways, let's go look at it. So, I thought about it before it happened, and I know I should have done it, but I didn't do it because I was going to switch up some stuff in the rear end. Everything's just clamped together for these. Oh, little lizard. Yeah, this is all just clamped together. It's not welded. And I thought about welding it, but I'm like, man, it's been doing so good. Like, I've stomped it a bunch, and it downshifts, and it's great, and everything worked out until I put that on the back.
Right, it normally does rolling burnouts whenever you stomp on it.
Yes.
Right.
And I decided to put the Nova and the trailer on it, and I stomped it, and it downshifted, and immediately twisted the whole rear end up, and hit the cross member, and dented the drive shaft, and yeah.
You can see where it made contact. You can see the heat in it from the impact.
And it was literally, I stopped it from here to probably less than where the shed is. Yes. So, I was, where the big dipping road is down there?
Yeah, they've actually seen it on camera.
Yeah, so I was like, what, 1/4 mile away, at least from the house. And I hoofed it back, got the hard body, threw a bunch of tools in it, and then I went on the side of the road and fixed it on the side of the road and drove it back. But
yeah, because it knocked the gas tank loose. Well,
no, it didn't. It didn't knock the tank loose, but it hit the cross member. If that wasn't there, it would have just kept going. So we got a little bit lucky.
Yeah, gotta spend some money though.
Yeah. Brand new drive shaft, dead.
Sucks.
So yeah, after all the issues with that, then we had the issues with this, which was nice, and then we moved the issues to the Nova. which we ended up getting tuned. And when we were on the dyno, ended up the fan quit working on it. So I was like, oh man, oh, you want me to stand here? So the fan quit working, and I was like, well, I'll fix it later, you know. So I get it back to the house, and I go to spin the fan over, and it's locked up. So I'm like, all right, well, no big deal, you know. So I take the fan off, and I like kind of tilt it back, and I go to flip it on. Well, I seen the little breaker was tripped for the switch. So I turn it on. It immediately just, one of the blades breaks off and punctures the radiator. So ended up getting that worked out. And yeah, so that's it. So now we gotta figure out what's gonna break on that one next.
Right. How much did the Nova put down?
It made like 411 or maybe a tad bit more.
And
it's through a turbo 400 and everything,
right.
So it's pretty good.
So it's a 6.0 with no turbo,
Yep.
through a turbo 400,
Yep.
through a 5.
It's still like a 5-something gear, 31-inch tall tires.
Jeez, I mean, look at these meaty boys.
But it is pretty rowdy. Like, it spins those like nothing. Like, they might as well be pizza cutters on the back, which is pretty great. I love it.
Because your estimate on this vehicle weight is very low.
It's probably around 2,500 pounds, I would think. Because, I mean, that factory, it's 26 to 28, depending on what it is. And this one's, you know, stripped down.
Right, aluminum floor, all sorts of stuff.
Well, I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's just sheet metal.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I haven't even looked at it. We just put a motor in it.
For anyone else that's interested, the GMC weighs
5,400 pounds.
which is heavier than we thought.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it.
No.
It moves pretty good.
Leon says they're both really fast.
I haven't done a full pull with this one, but it's rowdy.
I'm guessing they'll see that in a next episode.
We'll see. I really wanted to get some videos of that thing doing whatever it does, but
You mean like right now?
no,
Or, oh.
no, I meant before I destroyed it.
Oh, yeah. Because we saw it, but we've never seen it turned up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's our little update for now.
Oh, is that the whole video?
Nothing on the Festiva because I'm poor.
We're all poor.
Yeah. All right.
We can do a big burnout. I really want to.
I guess I won't stop you.
If I break it, then it's just gonna sit, so.
It sits either way.
See? We'll just have to tow it back.
Yeah, well, at least if you break it here, then I don't care because it's...
Yeah. We'll use the sole to tow it back.
It is a good tow truck.
Yeah. I would use the tow truck, but somebody broke that.
Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of whatever you're watching it on. Wow, that's a lot of tire.
We can do a burnout with the GMC now.
What, you're serious?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
When was I not serious about doing a burnout?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Alright, let's do it.
So Leon went to do a burnout with the trailer, except the ramps were down.
Well, I was gonna turn the trailer around so we could drop it, but dude, you could not even feel it. I couldn't even tell that they were down.
Too powerful. Not meant to be trusted.
Too many of them torques.
It's so wide, you gotta use all the driveway.
I'm gonna kind of just give it a little gas and see what happens.
Just a little bit. Yeah, we lost some pieces. Oh. Had to do one. Yep.
Works. Hey, it did both tires, so. Well, I suppose if we didn't need one before. Now we gotta tow this thing back over there.
Right.
Well, let me get something to ratchet strap that
Drive shaft.
jiggly bits back.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys next time.
Self-clearancing, huh? Oh, that sucks.